So I think that I will start now. So let me just put up this thing. So hi, hello, welcome to the stream. Plans for this stream. I will browse some art from middle school, which is these three rather skinny sketchbooks. So yeah, one is my proper art sketchbook, and those two are my architecture / design sketchbooks back from the time when I wanted to be an architect and interior design. Too much things, I know. And so, and if we will get through these three fairly quickly, I have some supplies ready. Some sketching, maybe some 30 minutes Monday if we will squeeze it, and maybe some more thumbnailing if we again squeeze it in time. So maybe I will wait for some people because I know what's inside, and the reason why they are so skinny is because I took out all the paper that was clean, that wasn't filled. So when just to save paper and not gather really thick sketchbooks where only like 20% is filled. And look, I wear short sleeves again because they turned on our radiators. So it's finally warm in my house. So yeah, I know what's inside, and while I was looking at the dates, last stream where I was looking from my early childhood / elementary school art, the last artwork that I've seen, which is this failure of a kid's story with those freaking sheep, which, by the way, I will show you because this is pretty funny, because I mentioned how I developed as a character designer, and I just drew a little pig commemorating that moment. So yeah, these are my two chubby / fat characters reacting to the first one I've ever did, and they are just not amused. So yeah. So I hope that this stream will fill this page with some doodle, and I noticed that making like doodles like from my life, like when I had to wear jacket first time during this autumn because it was a sudden break, or when I just come back from work to stream, you know, these little situations, or something where my mind just wanders. Some real life, more like journaling, and some funny situations made really quick, like I don't spend more than 15 minutes on those, like for real. And I think this kinda takes all of the tension from... I just noticed that the music was too loud. I hope I could be heard. Okay, so this takes so much tension from me producing something that it's serious, or maybe more silly, but more with more quality, and not just a pencil sketch. But these were really quick to do. Even when I drew my one true pairing over and over again, like, and some situations from my life, it's just super, like, super, it's really super relaxing and refreshing for me to do something which isn't top quality and finished, in my opinion. But yeah, just a simple doodle, or usually one character, minimal to no background. So yeah, I drew that to just commemorate how much fail of a character this character was, and how much, well, not entirely not fail, these two are. And yeah, wanted to share with you because I found this pretty funny. And while I was looking at the dates, I just noticed that there is a gap between 2004, which is that story, and 2007, which is well the start of my middle school. Well, it started in 2006, but late 2006. And I was wondering, where was I? What did I do what did I do to not make art between 2004 and 2006? And I thought that maybe I was stuck in the Sims and games, which is very probable because around 2008 I wanted to around 2007 or 2008 I wanted to make a Sims photo story, which is sorry for my raspy voice because something is my throat hurts a little bit, so I will talk a little bit quieter, so maybe I will just put the volume of the music way down for you because so you can hear me better. So yeah, and I thought that I was doing Sims for sure, like building, creating Sims and trying to come up with a story. And then I remembered something, that I had my first blog when I was around 11, 12, going to 13. I probably abandoned it when I was 14. I was doing some pixel art back then, and I was doing like dolls and bases, like those dress-up dolls, and putting them on my blog. Then I changed to mainly Sims blog and stories blog, or something like that. I changed that really often. I don't know what I started. It probably started as the bloggy blog, like the regular blog, more like journal, but then I switched to art blog, which is, well, to art blog and doll maker blog or something like that, and then I switched to Sims, I think. I am not sure about that. Let me just see if there is there any stream or something that there is no one here. So yeah, so maybe I will again start with just some doodling, and whoever comes first, I will just go and share some art. So yeah, and it's 2 last days of Sketchember. Apart from this one, which I haven't done here because I don't have like motivation right now to do it. Then apart from that one, I am 2 pages left in Sketchember, and in this sketchbook has enough pages. For example, here, like this is the really basic sketch for prompt number 4 from Inktober. So it has enough pages, enough blank pages to fill in Inktober the whole month of October, as you see. That's why I pasted it right now, because I counted the pages and I saw that last day of October should be the last day of the last page of this sketchbook. Yes. So let me just put this rubber band maybe here, because it's more, this is the more thicker side, and put some tape around here, and I will just doodle something, I don't know what, probably me driving and on a shopping, because this is what I did today. But I will just be right back, because I need to go to the bathroom. Yeah, pro streamer. So I will put this right here, bump some music, and go. Okay, I'm back. So, okay, now I changed my mind. Yes, pro streamer and pro plans. I changed my mind. Let's start at least one thumbnail page, and this page will be kinda important, because, well, this is first, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, okay, so it's now seventh one. When we end this talk between Felicia and Ernest, and I will go to introduce another character, because we should finally get to Bartek. 7 almost 8 pages in, and we should get Bartek real soon. Okay, some sketches and okay, some other sketches, and this is my first draft back when it was around 6 pages only. Now it's 24, yay me. So this, wait, what line is ending? I'm reading off camera because spoilers. Okay, so I know what's going on next. So I think it will be a smaller panel on the top. And one panel here because I want this panel. Now I need to think about it because so in this panel maybe Ernest will be reaching to the doorknob. And this will be his speech bubble, so the eye flow would be here, and here would be his second bubble, so it would be around here-ish with the stop here. Okay, so he would be reaching to the door, and there is where is her room? Where I drew her room? Here. So it's a wardrobe behind him. Okay. So it's a wardrobe behind him. Maybe some. So nothing important because, well, wardrobe plus door is not a fancy, you know, it's not fancy, a fancy background, you know. So it won't take away from speech bubble, his face, and what he's doing, his body language. Wait, oh no, I mixed the pages. Okay, wait, first one, second one here, it's the fifth one, no, sixth one, it's the fifth one, fourth one, third. Okay, so I need also, because here it's more focused on what's happening on the background, well, which is a foreground now, because I changed the perspective here. And yeah, wait, what was it's fifth, okay, and it's sixth. So okay, it's sixth one. I need to see what's going on in the last page because I need to see the dialogue, what's going on this page to make it. So maybe wait, I will change the title and eventual. I need to update the title because I don't want to make clickbait by stating that, hey, I will showcase my art, and then I would end up not doing this because it's misleading and it's I don't want to mislead people. Okay, so on this panel he's already opened the door, and the door is swinging towards the reader. Martian, you're here, welcome. Okay, ditch this. We came here for the old cringy art. Yes, you catched me doing other stuff again, then showcasing art because I was waiting for some people. So yeah, let's put this aside. I started sketching the 7th page, and yeah, I remember too that I need to give you a report on my process of comics. But yeah, let's put this aside. And I was just talking about how much this sketch chamber took off the pressure of me to making good quality pictures every day, and just do a doodle of what was my day, how was my day, what did I wear, or how do I feel, or my OTP again, you know. And so yeah, let's update. Yes, I do this because I need to, well, when you talk about your art, and not just doing mind work, like when I sketch thumbnails, I just ramble it with myself on my own, and I figure stuff on my own. But when I want to talk about art and showcase my art, let me just change the middle school art tour and some sketching. So yeah, updated the title, and this is something I can do on my own, and I think about it and I analyze it, and I'm too focused to be very interactive, or I'm too interactive and I don't sketch that much. But really, drawing the sketch chamber really made me look forward to do more of these doodles, like what happened on the stream, what happened after the stream, how I feel. It was chilly today, or chilly that day, I felt like drawing my OTP again, some minor challenge, again some events from my life, some cover like concept, some other stuff that I find funny, so more polished stuff. And this is just super. I haven't done this like ever. Like, I have a perfectionist mind when I think that it's either finished and perfect in my mind, or just drop it out. Oh, that's good. Beginning is always the hardest part, let me tell you. Sam just told us on her last stream, you went away, I think, and she told us that, oh my god, this first page is so hard. I expect you all to go and fave it once I post it. Okay, so middle school. These 3 sketchbooks, these are pretty thin because I took away all the pages from them that are not filled, because I don't want to waste space and paper to keep something that it's like 20% finished. So yeah, here is some, and I had only 1 year of art class during middle school, and you may see that this started in 2007, and on the last stream, this ship story was set in 2004, and it was the latest thing I found in my folder, and when both digital folder and the traditional art folder. The first sentences are horrible. I made the beginning of the rejects like over 3 or 4 times. And maybe we will go to it next stream when we will start showcasing my high school art, and I think there would be like 1 or 2 streams for high school art, because I came back into drawing like more drawing and analyzing plot and writing of character ideas, etc., etc. And then college art, when well, in 2016 I started Inktober, and I decided, and from then I'm doing every single Inktober and art prompt and art challenge I am looking, just to push me into coming up with my final characters and kinda kick me back into the proper art, like proper, you know. But I was wondering, I was looking at the date and I wondered, what did I do between 2004 and 2007 that I didn't draw art? Oh, okay, if you miss something, just say and I will repeat it. And again, I'm sorry for my voice, because my throat is kinda not in a good condition today. I just woke up and my throat was sore and I was super thirsty, and it didn't got any better to this time, even though I took some pills for that. So okay, my dad just came to the kitchen, took some food and went away. Okay, and made me wonder, what did I do between 2004 and 2007? And I was just thinking, probably I was in the internet, and probably I was playing Sims, because this is the two things I did besides drawing, and clearly I wasn't drawing at that time, or well, I don't have evidence I did something at that time, and it made me wonder. And I just remembered I had a blog, my first blog. Maybe, but hey, my first blog is still accessible via the Wayback Machine, and I know it's from 2006. So to keep up with the chronological order, I will boot up the Wayback Machine, because I found it, I bookmarked it, and I will just quickly go to it. And believe me, there is more cringy stories here. So the URL of my old blog was myszkanina.blog.onit.pl, which is blogonit.pl is a very old domain for blogs hosted by the service and website called Onit, which is a really, or Onet, which would be read in Polish, which is a really big like website, which is a really old and really big website for like everything, like news, fashion, gossips, etc., etc. And okay, I need to go to the yes, more of this. Yes, here. Okay, let me just adjust it. As you see, July 2006, and in July 2006 I was 12, going to 13. So it was just in the vacation before I went to middle school. So yeah, let me just adjust this. I think it should be like this. Okay. Okay, here. And I changed the theme of my blog really often because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. So it's like let me just turn off this. So it's like more like, it started as a journal, I believe, and then I went to pixel dolling, which is, you know, that sites for girls when you have a pixel doll and you put some pixel clothes on her. So yeah, I did that, and I like that because, well, in 2000s, when you were a girl in early 2000s, I can't believe you didn't do some doll making like this. And then I changed it into a Sims blog when I posted my photo stories, which is like writing plus illustrations made with in-game photos, and I was really into it, and I was wanted to make it big and make the rejects a photo story at first, but because my computer was crashing with Sims and loads of custom content constantly, I dropped that idea by 2008 and then came back in 2008 and decided to make a rejects at the comic. So yeah, so this is, and I remember that not all of these links are you know, okay, so it's, the first is from May. Okay, so let's just go through each of the link and see what they are doing. It has 80 links, but I remember, if I remember correctly, only 2 of them were working or in this state where it would be like, okay, so it's like, okay, it's from May and even September. What? It's probably from when it's from when I grabbed a snapshot of this. Okay, because it shows like, it's 2000, okay. Why it shows 2018? It's probably because I went to snapshot it in case that something's happened. Let's just open it all. Is it something? Is something happening? Okay, it's 2006. Yes, July. No, the snapshots are when, okay, we are going, but let me see this May snapshots. Like, I'm interested because apparently they call snapshots the number of pages they took and indexed it that day. So yeah, all of them are from July. Oh wait, let me just, from July 2006. So yeah, so from these 18 links, I think only the, let me okay, so it's blank. Okay, one capture, but I see that the 3 from 2006 are still working. So, oh my god, look at this. Of course, some of the formatting and, you know, things are absent here. Can I capture the, let me capture the cursor. Oh no, it's capturing. Okay, so you see this wonderful Sims color like sky blue and green. Oh my god, it was bad. And this is the chapter 2 of my story called Lost on Vistula. By the way, Vistula is the name of the river that flows through Warsaw. It looks, and those broken links, I'm leaving for this. And of course, I will be live translating this. So prepare for cringe. And I just want to see if they catched. Okay, so this is the format of writing a comment. But I wonder if any of these links, like archive, is working, because apparently this one is from April to... I want to see if this work. If this link work. And yeah, I just took some... because in this block format you could, you know, add that search bar and add some list of blogs you like, and I also listed some blogs of sim related size, mostly Polish ones. So yeah, copyright 1996 to 2006. I believe that after that this blogging format was discontinued on this hosting site, and yeah, now Sinina blog.onet.pl seems rule and will rule. Great catchphrase. And I wasn't that edgy, like I missed, like, well, I was edgy teenager, but I didn't show it in my art. Or maybe I did, because I don't know. I don't remember exactly what's in my sketchbooks right now. I mean, I remember what's in this, but not in these two. So we'll discover it later, and it would be wild. Okay, so it's working. No, not available, not available, not available, not available. And okay, so these two, okay, are the... Why is this indexed? Has different index addresses. What's different between these two? Okay, one is marked. One of the comments, and by the way, I got 4 comments, but by the time I finished this blog, I got like 0, and I dropped off that because I just got like 2 entries into the guest book, and just a couple of comments, and most of them were, yeah, you have a nice blog, go to mine, you know. So okay, we will be looking, I think I will be looking at this one, because this one has more meat, you know. And yeah, I did a photo story titled Lost on Vistula, and yeah, and I remember I finished it, and I just did like 2 or 3 full chapters, and then I just looked at see that nobody was reading this, and even my friends in the elementary school back then, well, only my one friend read this, and I don't know, maybe my sister did, but nobody else, and it discouraged me so much. I decided to just put all of the remaining chapters on once and finish this as soon as I could and leave it. Because by the time I was just, oh my god, this story is so bad, nobody's reading this, let's just go away with this. So, let's just put this, so you can see it's web archive. Yeah, So, let's go to the something about yourself box. It's me, Mousy Nina. I really like mice back then, it seems. Well, considering my first OC was a mouse, it was logical for me. My name is Nina. Okay, I'm 13 years old. I was almost 13. Yes, I was almost 13 because this was made before my 13th birthday, but judging by the year I was 13, but judging by the year plus month I wasn't. I love Sims, and my blog is dedicated to them. Well, it's dedicated as of state of July, so okay. I play them every single time I have free time. Okay, this is what I did. They are my passion. Well, I still like reading Sims photo stories, and there are some really nice and good ones. And I was considering coming back to them, but every time I thought that I would come back to play Sims, my computer was like, So yeah, I may come back to this because I have Sims installed on this, and I just need to tweak some graphic issues because it's pretty old game. It's like almost 14 years old, like first installment of Sims 2, which is my favorite part of Sims because I haven't played 4. 3 didn't grasp me. First one is super grandy, and second one is my favorite, top notch. My favorite Sims installment, Fight Me. So okay, on 20th July 2006, I wrote, okay, this is a tag of photostory, the title photostory, and of course those pretty, you know, pretty decorations with punctuation, because you did such things in 2006. Nobody heard about emojis. This was the closest we had to emoji. Kids these days. I remember I struggled, oh my god, my voice. I remember I struggled so much with this layout because nothing was working correctly. And look, it seems that 92 commenters were here, like at all, during the apparently 4 months of life of this blog, and 1030 visitors count. Yeah, like I like looking at these old sites, and this is super like, oh my god. Okay. Okay, I see that you can access some of these. No, it's not. Oh my god, no. On it, shut up. It's still like links to the blog that doesn't exist. Okay, but I can at least read the titles of my entries. So, first one, 11th May, is layout. It's probably I changed some it's probably because I was setting things up. Then it's, oh my god, I wrote the concourse in some sort of Pokemon, you know, I wrote concourse in like contest. Concourse is contest, but it's not written with Q because Q is not like a valid letter in Polish language, but it was hip and cool to mix English letters into Polish language, and every kid did it. And also wrote uppercase, lowercase, you know, this Pokemon writing. I hate that, and I didn't do this, but I wrote concourse with Q. Oh my god. Okay, so I probably it was a contest. I want to say concourse so much. Okay, so it's a contest, I believe, for some pixel dollies, and because it was just my sister and maybe 2 of my friends getting, like, having an entry, I just had all of the free places set, and I think the prices was, hey, you will get another dolly made by doll maker. Because apparently you couldn't do it on your own, even though you had to use a doll maker to enter the contest. Logic. Okay, so it's another contest. Okay, new theme. It's probably because, oh yeah, because I changed the layout, so I wasn't a doll maker block, I was now a Sims block, so it's a new layout. Another contest, and first one is my photo story, started 30th of July 2006. Then next chapter the same day, photo story. Then photo story continued, and then photo story, and 4 themes, or 4 like entries titled photo story, probably 2 introduction one, because I think I just did that. The first entry was, hey, I'm making a photo story, it will be about this. This one was about, hey, these are the characters, or first chapter, and then first B, and then second one is here. Okay, today I give you chapter 2 of my photo story titled Lost on Vistula. It's such a bad title, but it's on the lead. It's literally written on the lead what's going on here. I remind you that you can comment and ask about every tutorial to this game, both from first and second installment. I probably just either did this on my own, those tutorials, or just rip them off the internet and you know, translate them. Because I was reading mostly English sites. Yeah, I was mostly reading English Sims sites and some Polish ones, and looked up the tutorials there and probably ripping them off. But nobody asked for tutorials, so in fact I didn't rip them off. The entries show that I didn't rip anything. Okay, so Lost on Vistula. Chapter 2, Magic Bridge. Oh my god. We're off to a great start after this squeaking floor of regret and crying and walls soaked with memories. We have the magic bridge. Yes. Oh my god, this is so bad. Oh, it's okay, merchant. Oh my god, this is just... Okay, so it's the second chapter. What's going on here? Adrian, this is Polish diminutive for Adrian, so I would translate it to Addie. Her name is Addie. Oh my god. So Addie and John were friends from a really long time. They often met, and their favorite place was a long Varsovian duct that divided downtown buildings from the quiet banks of lazily flowing Vistula. Oh my god. Greg, such a long sentence. Oh gosh. And so in my mind it was on the left banks of Vistula, but there is no such place like described here, unless it's on the right side, and it would be possible. Okay, so they met there. They met there since a really long time as friends, but the fortune wanted that they would see there today in a new light as lovers. Oh my god. You look beautiful today, said John, seeing Adrienne in red evening dress, smelling with branded perfumes. Okay, why would you wear a red dress on a stroll through the forest? Because the place on the right banks between the river and the buildings is the reserved area. It's like some sort of nature. It's Nature 2000 area, which is like there is lots of foliage and trees there, and it's saved because of natural value. And you put a red evening dress here, great. Okay. All women must be jealous so much of those luscious lips and slim figure. Oh my god, said John and kissed Adrienne in her hand. Okay, does this work? But it's from Image Check, and I don't know if it's working. No, it's not, because Image Check is dead. So you would see the wonderful outfit I gave to John, which were like sweater and jeans, compared to long evening dress, which is red. Oh my god. Okay. And for sure they are jealous of your amazing friend or boyfriend. They are jealous of me, jealous of my friend or boyfriend, said Adrienne with a slight blush on her face. Okay, she went into the full flirty mode, and she's like, okay, now you're my boyfriend. But well, what really can you tell after the compliment like that? Okay, so where do we go today? Again, the space bar before the question mark. Oh my god, now it infuriates me so much. It will be a surprise, said John with a smile. I wanted to show you something. Look, do you see those little aisles? Yes, she said girl shyly. Oh, okay, she's not a girl, she's a woman. First off. Second off, you will see what would happen with this aisle. Okay, but what are you thinking about? I imagine you and me on this aisle and our engagement. Ooh, okay, so we're going pretty fast. We just went from the friends level to the we're boyfriend and girlfriend level, and now we're talking about engagement. Like, I know that Sims relationships were fast, but I didn't suspected that they are so fast. Oh my god. And it was like made for real, like they don't mention they are Sims and I thought that this is like humans behave. And I was 13, oh my god. I really needed someone to tell me, like, no, it doesn't work like this. A man took Adrian with with hand. I probably just ate one letter here, so I assume I was to say, oh my god, I want to watch. Music stopped. Okay, so I probably wanted grabbed her hand and not okay. The man took Adrian and ran and took Adrian's hand and ran with her into the wooden old bridge. Okay, so the magic bridge is wooden and old. Wow. That was the only existed way to get to the aisle from the banks. Okay, there is just... Okay, this should be another sentence because it doesn't make sense, like, grammatically, like, at all. So, by the way, to the aisle, in Adrian's head, a really disturbing thoughts would be formed. What I will do here? I'm a dumb blonde who just fell in love and just let herself go with her feelings. But I shouldn't be agreeing on those things, like, right away. Who knows what would happen on this old bridge? I should say no. And now her dialogue is in the after the same dash. Great punctuation, Nina. John, maybe we shouldn't go to that bridge. Its state worries me. And this right here is negative thinking, said John, still going towards the aisle. You're stressed and shaken, and you still think, and you still only think that this bridge would collapse. For me, this bridge is magic because it makes people meet and connect with each other. It's not set up by any pillars, but with the with the hearts and souls of people that it's connected, said John, going confidently, still going forward confidently, and Adrian, doubting in his fury, doubting in the fury of her. Okay, go on. I will translate it still. And Adrienne, doubting in her boyfriend's fury, went forward, checking if the bridge is stable with every single step she made. Okay, so they are on that bridge. Okay, and John is a dumb guy, and who would guess what will happen next? Type your answers in the chat. What would happen next? Two dumb people in love wanted to get engaged. One is out of his mind, saying that the bridge is held up by hearts and souls of people. Okay, and his girl is having second doubts. I think pencils and sticks is more grammatically correct, because in singular I think it would be the pencil and the stick, or a pencil and a stick. And what is the stick? It's the like, but because I know where pencil is coming from, but the stick, I need some clarifying, because I don't know, because I'm thinking about the stick that you know, you give to the person that is running in front of you in a, is it called, oh my god, okay, I need to just quickly, it's a hockey stick. Okay, I don't know if it's exactly a stick, so wait, let me just put this out for a moment and let me quickly Google, because I don't know if it's a stick or a bat. A hockey bat? Okay, hockey. Oh no, it's a hockey stick. Okay. Okay, it's hockey stick. But the stick also referred as a bat or pusher. Let me write this in: bat, pusher. So maybe pencil, maybe the pencil and the pusher, or the pencil and the bat, because in that case the singular form would be like better, because you're representing one-to-one, you know. And you have names for them, or are those names just for work in progress? But yeah, I'm not sold on the stick. because I think that I understand it's from hockey stick, but when you hear stick, you don't exactly go into the went with your mind into the stick. Yeah, I know that bat sounds like a baseball, and even okay, so they are set up. Okay, but because I remember that you were wondering if they would be their well, when you asked this about their names on a stream, I remember you weren't exactly sold on them. Okay, but I think that because they are I think this is a really nice concept that they are represented by their attributes and their main props, and I think it's really nice and cute, and it gives so much possibility for like symbolism. Like for example, there would be a panel where her pencil and her stick will be like apart, and some when they will be closer or intertwining or like really each other. But you use puck in hockey, not balls. Unless it's a land hockey, then. Okay. It made me chuckle. Okay, back to this. Okay, so what would happen in that part of this story? What would possibly happen? Like, we're in the second chapter and the title is Lost on Vistula? Okay. Yes, but I like coordinating characters with certain colors or symbols or props, because you can just play with a really clever symbolism. Like I said, like when one is represented by her pencil and second one is represented by her stick, then it gives many opportunities to, like, for example, make jokes about them, like about them, like resembling said object, or just show those objects like in some scenery or background, like being far away or closer or intertwined or broken, not broken, like showing the state of the character by their prop, you know? For example, when Ava would be like heartbroken or something, it would show a broken pencil. And of course, pencils can be sharpened again and back to the former shape, would be also some sort of symbolical and metaphorical way to show that she's healed or something like that. Oh, yeah, I'm scared to see mine too, because knowing the really twisted side of DeviantArt, I'm seeing lots of bad fetishy things that will happen with my characters, and I'm just kinda scared about them. So yeah, and this is just what Sam said about, I don't remember if you were on that stream where Sam said that she heard a metaphor about your art being a dandelion, that you put your art which is dandelion somewhere in the open. And you know, the dandelion, when it like is after blooming and will just open again with those fluffy bits. I don't know the anatomy of dandelions, so you know, the bits that you blow out, you know. And this is your art. It's a dandelion, and the wind just flows and it carries your art wherever, and you have no control over where would it land and will it sprout any more art or fan art or whatever, and you have no control. And she used this metaphor to just show that her best pictures that she was more eager to put up online gather much less traffic and likes and faves and whatever than the art that she used in a fan art, or the art that she drew a fan art of, or some doodles or some scribbles or something she's not entirely proud of, gained so much traffic and likes. And my art is the same, because for like 2 years now I'm putting out my OCs and my stories and my original art, while my most favorite picture is a My Little Pony fan art I did in 2011. No joke, and I'm so mad about this, but this is the same. Like, you put your art and you have no control that someone would do a Rule 34 on your characters. And yeah. The same, if the art is cute, but many times when I look at some, even from sheer curiosity, when I look at some less safe pictures, like with gore and some you know, less family friendly topics, then I just see that most of the times the really bad stuff is shown and whitewashed, you know. It's yeah, exactly, as you said. But sometimes when I look at it, it just can't shake the feeling that people are, you know, justifying bad things. Like when the 50 Shades of Grey came out, many people were like so hateful about it, and I am hateful about it. And I'm hateful about 50 Shades of Grey, not because the BDSM, because I've read the BDSM comic. It's really good, and it's really not like 50 Shades of Grey. And I will write. It's called, and you can find it on DeviantArt, and it's really good. It's going pretty, it is pretty steamy because of the topic, but it's more like the author is more tackling the topic, and its spin-off, and the author is tackling the BDSM topic more like maturely and focusing more on the you know, and focusing more on the relationship and trust between characters than on the steamy part. But there is a steamy part, but he's stating that clearly that this is not 50 Shades of Grey, because 50 Shades is a bad advertisement for BDSM and it's justifying domestic abuse. And I can't agree more, because after reading this and knowing a bit more about BDSM and things like that, other fetishes, you know, you can see how much people like objectify their partners and how many people are justifying that. And this is something that I can't get along when I see some sort of fan art regarding some characters. That it's just, I know they are fictional, but when some people use fictional characters to say that, hey, domestic abuse is alright because they did this, that they have some serious troubles with dividing reality from fiction. But yeah, any fan art is a good fan art because someone felt that, yeah, they should be. And I think this also, yeah, in most those fetishy pictures, there is yeah, I just don't want to dwell into that right now. So, what would happen in the story? It's just the second chapter and they are going to the very old bridge and the title is Lost on Vistula. So yeah, what would happen next? Adrian didn't believe in John's theory, but are you sure, woman? Woman! John was really pissed off. You're talking with a physics student, with a physics college student, with a physics major, with ex-physics major. But it's important that I was a student, and I think that those pillars holding this bridge have no flaws in its construction. And just you said that it's not held by pillars, but by hearts and souls. Okay. And how did the physics major know about the construction? Like, okay, these are just building and construction of buildings and other like infrastructure elements like bridges and so on and so on and so forth, you know, has nothing to do with physics. Like some of the building engineers have like 1 year of physics, but I don't know if it's the other way around. And judging by he is more theoretical guy, I think. Okay, so he says that the pillars have no issues about construction. And he stomped once, 2, 3, and started jumping on the bridge to prove doubting woman of his to prove doubting woman that he's right. oh, this won't backfire on him anytime soon. Okay, I think that confidence is some warm color like orange or yellow or something in between. And grounding, I think light blue. Or gray. I think grayish blue or cool gray. And for confidence, I think some bolder, more popping out color, like orange or yellow, because this one are really grabbing your attention. And of course some other variations of this, but for confidence I would restrain for less saturated colors, and for grounded I would go more into the grays and blues. So yeah. So he started stomping on the bridge. Yeah, I was suspecting that you're asking because of them. And maybe I am, but no, Sam's color scheme she chose for them, like for Ava, she chose light blue, but for Danny, she went with red, desaturated red, and I would go with more with orange. Okay, so he stomped once, twice, thrice, and started jumping on the bridge to prove the doubting woman that he's right. Oh my god, typical cis man behavior. Oh my god. Okay, this is the typical asshole-ish behavior. So, John stood up and looked all confident and on Adrienne, like not only confident but with putting yourself higher than her, like, oh yeah, look who is right, you know. Adrienne still scared, looked at John's shoes, but more on what he was standing on, because planks that they were standing on started to break because of their old age and the pressure that two of them laid on them. And there is like screaming, and oh my god, who would suspect that the bridge would collapse? Oh my god, because I did. Not more than half a minute have passed, and that this bridge collapsed pretty slowly. Half a minute, like in 5 seconds, it would be pretty fast, but half a minute, it's pretty slow. They could do something, because the reaction time of a human is around half a second or even less. And our heroes found themselves in Vistula. They had to go out pretty quickly if they didn't want to be captured by the flow, by the current, more specifically. Okay, so Vistula in that point, it's pretty deep. and it would be really hard for them to swim out of them, even if they were like, but usually these aisles form around the pillars of the bridges or in the middle of the Vistula, and it's not a good thing for both of them because it's pretty deep in that place. But okay. Adrian and John swam to the aisle with a really might strength where they fall asleep right away. What a great ending! Oh my god. Oh, thank you Merchant for coming. Bye. Hope to see you tomorrow. Yeah. And I will let you know how are my thumbnails going on and my comic. And yeah, don't forget to watch the stream like later because I will be showing this as well. So bye, and in next chapter, how Adrian and John will survive on the island. Will they like learn anyone for help? And will John pop a question to the woman of his life? Well, stay tuned like later. Don't worry, you will watch it later for sure. Like, I'm keeping this crap. Great photo story. If you're liking some comments, great photo story. If you like to write them, that I suggest you this website in the photo story book like section. You can put your photo story, and I invite you to my blog, and this is her blog. I don't know if it's existing now. Sweet blog, come to mine, and one comments on this address. Cheers for you. Really nice blog. Come to mine, and this is her address, and write me a comment with a really bad grammar, and yeah, bye. Really nice blog. I also like Sims, but because of the really poor graphics I cannot put them up, and I can't build houses, and I can't enter into your contest. Oh, so apparently the second contest was a building contest. Wow, okay. So this concludes my blog. It's horrible. Worst story I've ever read. So let's go back to art. So let's go back to these sketchbooks. So yeah, there are 3 of them, really thin ones. So first one is, I remember from my art classes when I was doing some assignments to get the higher grade. I estimated it because I was doing things after I finished the classes, because the classes only took for like were held only for first years, you know. But I was keeping the sketchbook and just doing something in it. So yeah, first thing is it's the sports hall. It's a sketch of a sports hall. Yeah, wonderful perspective. Like, not. And there's some door and a basket for basketball, and some curtains dividing the sections of the big hall, so 4 classes could have PE simultaneously. And I think I was sitting on a bench because I was sick or something. Okay, so this is from art class. Yeah, this is some still life. I got to the sketch phase and started painting. I believe it's poster paint. And yeah, I didn't finish it in the time that I was given. Yes, it was bad. Oh my god, the next one. Okay, so this is what I wanted to look like. Oh my god, it's horrible. Oh. Okay, I see that I tried to measure head, and oh my god, all those proportions, oh gosh. And yes, I wore so many necklaces, like 3 necklaces or on daily basis, and had like spiked bracelet on one hand, and the one friendship bracelet that I did for myself, because why not, and one with shells on the other hand, and studded belt, and I wanted to have all ripped jeans. Oh my god. And I was probably holding this sketchbook because there is this binding and some paper, and oh my gosh, this is so bad. And I wanted to have braids in my hair, but I never, even back then, I really rarely put my hair down, and now I almost never put my hair down. It's so much hassle, but I still have, I drew it on wrong ear, because I have 3 earrings in my right ear, which is the one you can see, and I have only one in the other one. But oh my god, it's so bad. Okay, so this is something from art class. Of course not finished, because, and those hands, I think it was one of my colleagues, because he was modeling for that class, and I didn't finish it because, okay, there is, oh, but there is something on the other page, some still life, again not finished. Okay, there was nothing on the opposite pages here, and there was something, I think it was some sort of freestyle that you could draw whatever. So I drew I tried to draw a desert and oasis and a camel. Okay. Next one is also still life. What did I did? I think I used some sort of ink, but I don't remember much. Like, this was some sort of potted plant with some glass jar or something like that. Okay, this is one of the assignments. I was supposed to find a tree and try to draw a texture of its bark, and I need to glue this somehow to this sketchbook because it was for an assignment for sure. So we'll use this tape to quickly tape it to the other side. And this is another still life. Let me just put this real quick. Oh yeah, when the stream will end, I will, let me bookmark it, that then when the stream ends, I will just put it, because I always forget to glue this in to not lose it. So yeah, this is another still life. Some bottles or something like that, and this is it. So yeah, not all, and I pull out the pages because it's pretty, it's 190 GSM and it's pretty, and it's bigger than A4, and it's a really thick paper, and I wanted to save it for later. So now to this one. This one is finished, surprisingly, because I didn't took any pages from it. And okay, some of the greatest architectural and interior design are here. Okay, and I drew everything in that you know, isometric perspective. Like yeah, this was supposed to be my dream house, like lots of greenhouses, because I thought they were pretty. And you see that all the glass roof, because I wanted to see the sky and such things, and places to sit, and pond, and two pools, because one pool is too little. And I remember I was rebuilding this house over and over again in The Sims because I liked it so much. And yeah, I flipped the pages so often that I need to tape it down because it would be just ripped. So yeah, oh yeah, it's just one-sided. Yes, thank God. And I was 13 going to around 13 by the time I did them. And yes, all of them are colored, are made with fine liners and colored with colored pencils, and sometimes with color fine liners. By the way, I still have got this. Let me just put this on. So this is some sort of like countryside houses. Lots of like tree houses. There's even a wooden mobile home, like some haystacks, and wooden pool, because its theme was wooden. Like every house here is around a theme. So keep in mind in that. So this one is a mountain house, and its shape was resembling a mountain, and it was just around mountains, and this amazing perspective. Oh my God, and it was a lake house, some shed or something, and it's even it's even a metallic fine liner here. I don't know if you can see the reflection, but because I use so much colored pencils, they are reflecting as well. So yeah, it's inside a forest, and I think it's some sort of forest house. And this is a beach house made of bamboo, and of course glass roof and glass floor, because I was obsessed with it. And every house I put this, I tried to recreate in Sims to just populate my neighborhood. And this is some sort of campsite. So yes, some mobile homes, of course, one with glass roof, because, and some hippie tents. Okay, so this is a renovation, before, after, and yeah, you can see it. So yeah, this tree would just wreck it, and yeah, there's also a leaking pipe. Oh my god. Okay, this is the old tiles. The mosaic house, of course, with glass roof and floor, and even the glass roof over the hot tub. Oh my god. And even they had some, like, they have 3 pools, and one of them was like the sports pool. So yeah, this house is like greenhouse house, for a flower house, because there are flowers everywhere, and it's really uniform because there is only like, there is a genocide of flowers going on this lot, because there are only white and yellow flowers here. By the way, I am interested in tackling the, let me just, can I, oh yeah, here. I have a notepad with ideas from my old art. Let me just bring this up, okay. Isometric art. Buildings. Houses. Interiors. Okay, save. So yeah, this is some sort of greenhouse flower house, and this is the underground bunker with pool, because why not? And it's even has an antenna, television. And yeah, and this is some sort of nice farmland house. There are some fields here, some sheep, some cows. Of course, great perspective because isometric stuff is isometric. There is some beach house, and yes, this was supposed to be some sort of like plaster, or yeah, like plaster walls with shell stuff inside, and of course glass roof and floor, everything. So this is another house in the middle of the woods. Okay, and I tried to make those trees differently, but I guess I didn't like it, or it was too much, it took too long time to do this, so I just resorted to those triangle ones. Okay. Oh my god, these pages got stuck because of the tape, okay. And this one is an igloo, as you may see. And yes, I drew every single star with fine liner and put this. Yes, this I used checkered paper because it was easier for me to not use a ruler and go with a straight line to do this isometric stuff, and yet I couldn't use those grid to like make the perfect moon. It's not round in any means. Okay, so we go to the more crazy ones, like this one is the ginger house, or gingerbread house, or ice cream house, and all those flowers here are flowers, but inside the lot they are candy. Okay, this one is like a swamp house. Oh no, it's some sort of Japanese house, like there is some pagoda roof and some futon to make tea on, but there is a futon without the blanket, so I don't know. And it's like raised from this lake, and there is lotus flowers, so it's like a Japanese themed. one. Okay, I like the colors of this one, like this really vibrant, you know. I want to now draw a landscape based on locations from the isometric sketchbook, because there is some nice themes going on here, and congrats me for coming with so much themes and location to put house in and to make them like distinct. But yeah, this is just some Japanese themed house, and this is the house under the sea, and yeah, glass roof here, like it makes sense since. So yeah, it's nice with some contamination chamber. It's not bad. Okay, so this is mushroom house, and it's not isometric, but of course I didn't follow the shape of the mushroom, because why? Because why would I do this kind of stuff? Okay, so this is some sort of Indian village, and yeah, the flowers and mushrooms are color coordinated, because apparently color coordination, I kept my things with a pretty limited palette. Good job, me. Limited palette. Possibly with limited palette. I can't write palette from set sketchbook. I need to write this down, because hey, this is, well, the colors are bad. I would choose different colors, because I think that Native Americans, I need to research that deeper, because I think Native Americans used different colors for that. Yeah. So this is the house by the oasis, and you see I used palm leaves as the roof, and I don't know, there is some sort of brick that the house is made of, and of course those net or mesh that will secure the house from insects. But what insects are there on the desert? But maybe by the pond they would. Okay, so this is like, I see that this is a Winnie the Pooh house. Like, what if all the Winnie the Pooh characters would live in one tree, in those, I don't know how is this forest they live in. In Polish they would it's "Tu milo las," which will be translated into 100-mile forest, but I don't know for sure. So yeah, each of the character has its own kite, super color coordinated. And yeah, this is O's house, Tiger's house, like Winnie's house. Oh my god, what's his name? Piglet lives here. The rabbit lives here. And oh my god, Ayor. Yes, Ayor lives in this tent, because I don't know, Ayor and Piglet were my favorite, and yet Ayor lives in this, like, I guess I wanted to be the closest to the canon, but yeah. And yeah, and Tiger has a trampoline, very color coordinated trampoline for jumping up and down. Okay, so this is house made from matches, because I could and wanted to I don't know, I was so patient because I wasn't tired from doing all these lines with fine liner. Oh my god. Okay, so this is some sort of hospital slash vet office, because I'm judging by the animals here. So yeah. And why is everywhere a river floating and those trees like lush everything? Okay, so this is the house from the horror, I believe. Like, this is the only black and white thing here. JP! Hello! Welcome to the stream! I am browsing through my middle school art when I was so much into architecture and interior design that I wanted to be an architect for some time, but decided not to, because ain't nobody will got to architectural school with like drawing isometric buildings like this. But this is what I did when I was 13. And yeah, and this is like some sort of school, and it's all around this stained glass, and of course there is a stained glass roof, because glass roof is apparently everything I could draw on a building. And yeah, so many pool, a pond, and yeah, tracks, all color coordinated, because why not? And this is some lighthouse. So yeah, on a cliffside. Oh my god, thank you, JP. But I really did this when I was 13, and all of these are fully colored. And this is the first sketchbook, and this is the only sketchbook to this day that I finished. So yeah, and this is some like observatory. Of course, glass roof. And this is some house in a mine shaft. And mind you, I didn't know about Minecraft back then, but if I would, I was a Sims girl, not a Minecraft girl, but if I would like play the heck out of it, trying to recreate houses there. And this is the house like that it's molded into the waterfall, and the hill that is waterfall like going from. Okay, the stream is alright. And there is some like rock formation that you can jump from. I just watched probably too many Pocahontas. And this is some metal house. Steel house, metal house, iron house, I don't know, but these flowers look sick. Okay, so this is some crayon house. I don't know why the 13-year-old me thought that it was a good design. These are some tree houses. And yeah, I don't know how you get here, because there are no branches by these vines. And there is this thing is a slide down. So I don't know. Okay, this is the ice castle in the middle of frozen lake, and it's a snowfall everywhere. And it was 2007. It was way before the Frozen was there. So this is, I want some refund. So it's a hippie cave. I don't know why the cave, probably because I think that it was better if hippies were living in a cave, like closer to the nature. But yeah, there is some, I mean, some stuff is really nice. Like, I would love to have this cupboard. It looks nice, and this vase is really nice. And this is some jail. I don't know if you can see anything, because I barely can. Like, there is some sort of shower. Everything is black and in black and white stripes because, and there is just a bunk bed, which is just some plank. I was very cruel, and this is the end of this one. And I have also this one, and this is the last one from middle school. So after browsing this one, I will end the stream, and next stream we'll be browsing my high school art, and this is where things get interesting and you can have a glimpse onto my characters, finally, because I haven't designed them back then. But yeah, there is more house designs, and every house has a theme. So this is a pineapple house, and yes, the garage is from Pineapple Slices. And no, I didn't watch SpongeBob when I was a kid, so I don't get the who lives in a pineapple under the sea. So this is some sort of puzzle house, again with the glass roof, because why? Again, some wooden farmland house. Like, I already did a farmhouse and wooden house, and yeah. This is this the glass house? Because I don't know what's this. And I think it's some sort of glass or terracotta. I don't know, but I know that I did glass in this color. There is some... I don't even know the theme of this house. Probably... Oh, I know. There is a book, a Polish book named In the Forest and in the Desert, which was written by Henryk Sienkiewicz, and it's a Polish mandatory read. One of the set books that we have to read. And it was around the time, I remember, it was in the middle school where we had to read it. So this is where main heroes used to live, on a savanna, because this, I believe, are acacia trees, and this is supposed to be a baobab where they lived, and some hay shed where other heroes were living, because the story revolves around two Polish kids that were kidnapped by African, like some sort of terrorist or something, that decided to kidnap them to sell them later, you know, to their fathers again. And they escape them and just go through the desert and through the forest, which is the jungle and savanna, to get to their parents, contact them, and get back to them. And by the time they form a friendship with the locals, which names are Kali and Mel, I believe, or Kali and Mela, which were like both African kids, and the book focused on their adventures in the wild and how they survived in the wild, and it's set in the 19th century. So yeah, it's a pretty old book, and we had to read this, and every kid was hating on this book because it has so many descriptions of wildlife and landscape and everything, and not much action, and every kid I know didn't read it, and I read this in 2 days because I was sick, and I think I drew this because of this. I don't remember, but I suspect it's the case. So next one is some Icelandic house with some hot water source. I don't know what are those called in English. Geyser, I think. Okay, so another mosaic house. Very geometrical, even the trees are geometrical, and I think I used some stencil because there is no way I could draw the circle that well. Oh, and I think that this is some Hollywood mansion, and I think that, yes, this is where the colored stuff ends. So next ones are not colored anymore. So I think it's a house on a Hollywood Hills, like it's all of dollar signs, which I thought it was written with only one line across. Well, can you blame me? But it was supposed to be stained glass, and of course the glass roof and two double garage. This is some sort of bridge and some like hobo house out of carton, you know, out of boxes. And yeah, brick bridge. And yeah, this, I just noticed that these buses, like, wait. Okay, so they are driving on the left side, which doesn't make sense, first of all. And second of all, if they're driving on the left side, where are the doors on this bus? Okay, so this is some sort of like Moroccan terracotta house, because it's again in the desert and there is an oasis, and this is some sort of furnace. Okay, so this is some exclusive dog house, just because. This is some, again, there is a greenhouse made of stained glass or something like that, and this is like some sort of artist's house, because stained glass everywhere, stained glass in the windows, of course glass roof, and some paint splatters. So I think it's supposed to be an artist's house. There is some bee's house. It's a huge bee house that the owner would live, and some smaller bee houses to gather honey and sell it to support yourself. And I also drew some characters from the it's not a Polish cartoon, it's a Japanese one, but it was translated into Polish and showed in Polish television, and it's commonly said that it's Polish cartoon, even if it's not, and it's Maya the Bee or something like that. This is the direct Polish to English translation. I'm just doing live right there. JP, how are you? How is your day? Okay, so this is some sort of the mansion or siding house. I don't know. And this one I think it's the hospital room. Yeah, with all this apparature, but I've never finished it. So yeah, this concludes my middle school art. And okay, that's good to hear. I'm super tired because I woke up at 10, went to buy some groceries around like 11-12 a.m. and then we went to the shopping mall. Then first one, then second one, and I just came home around 5 p.m. So not that much time to relax and gather thoughts before the stream. So yeah, I hate shopping. And I hate driving to shopping malls because people on the parking lots are crazy. And I hate dealing with erratic drivers. And so yeah, Nina the trashy driver. So, and also I've read my first blog to fill the gap between 2004 from last stream and 2007 from this stream. So next stream, high school art, and I have lots. I have more of this. I have like 3 sketchbooks where I gathered some ideas and was rewriting some ideas for the comics I wanted to do. And some first designs of my characters, some fan art that I want to disappear from the internet, and some fan art I've never finished, many unfinished stuff, and some redraws. So yeah, next stream would be interesting. So okay, so some informations. Next stream will be on Thursday, 8 p.m. CEST, and it will be a high school art tour, and there won't be a stream on this Saturday because I am away from town and I won't be back until Monday. So the next week, one stream on Thursday, the week after that, 2 streams this week, on Thursday and Saturday, and I think that I will stick with those 2 days, and it will be the beginning of October, which means I should start inking those and doing other stuff, like some illustration work or something for Inktober. So yeah, I will just say my goodbyes right now. So thank you for watching, thank you for coming, chatting, and staying here and hearing me rambling and looking at my really cringy old art and hearing me translate my cringy old stories with this really raspy voice, because I have sore throat today, like for the whole day. So yeah. Yes, goodbye JT, thank you for coming, and yes, see you possibly tomorrow, and if not, then on Thursday or whatever I will be available between Monday or Thursday or somewhere, but for sure I will be on tomorrow on Sun's stream and on Thursday on mine. So yeah, thank you again for coming, and goodbye.